I'll say two things. One is in all these cases, by the way, the board is indemnified by the company. So the individual board members, I don't know if there's ever been a point in history when an individual board member's had to pay out of pocket for liability associated with their actions as a board member and as a fiduciary, except when they've done something to benefit themselves outside of the company. Now, in this case, the job of the board is to use their best judgment to do what they believe to be in the best interest of creating the most value possible for the shareholders. It's very simple. When the stock price is at 30 and someone says, I'll give you $50 to say, oh, well, obviously getting $50 is in the best interest of the shareholders. Let's assume, though, that you're on that board and you know about some super secret plan that you believe in the next 30 days is going to get the stock price to 60. And your belief in that plan and your understanding of that plan gives you a good rationale for having a debate as a board that this deal doesn't make sense at 50. We should hold out until we finish our plan over the next 30 days, get the stock up to 60, and then we'll see if someone comes in and says, hey, I'll give you even more than 60.
Could be something on the product roadmap, right?
This is the complicated point. It's not just about the current share price. And there was a history in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, when stocks would drop tremendously for market volatility reasons or various some bad news event or someone quits the board, macro, and all of a sudden the stock price drops and you have a hostile buyer that says, oh my God, this company looks super cheap. I'm going to come in and buy it while it's cheap and I'll offer them a premium to the current share price. And the share price recently may have been much higher than the price that's being offered. And the board says, you know what, we're going to get back to that share price because the market will pick up again. The things we're working on are going to grow us out of this hole. And so it's very hard for us to sit here, and I know that I want everyone here on the Zoom to suspend your alliance to Elon and belief that Elon will do a better job just for 1 second and just think about the board members. They've all been working on quarterly plans, strategic plans, et cetera, with the current CEO and as a board for Twitter that gives them a point of view that says, may give them a point of view that says, hey, you know what, we can get back to $70 a share. So remember, it was only a few months ago, Twitter stock was trading at 70. The stock price dropped with market compression we've all experienced. And then Elon's come along and said, I'll offer you guys $54. And the board's like, wait, a few months ago we were at 70. We have all these great things we're working on. And so I'm just trying to paint the other side for everyone that this is not just like a clear-cut, obvious deal. It's their judgment at this point that they should get more for the stock given where they think the company's headed and where the stock price will eventually get to.
All right. Going to you, Sachs. You heard from Friedberg to suspend disbelief that the greatest entrepreneur on the planet running two of the most important companies is not more qualified to run Twitter than the current CEO.
I'm not going to suspend my disbelief.
Go ahead, Sachs.
Let me make the case for the clear-cut case here.
Sorry, let me just say something. He could be better at running this company. Okay, he will be better, Jason, but the shareholders don't benefit from that because he buys the whole company for $50.
Of course they do.
Well, hold on. Yeah.
They're getting $54 of cash. They do not have any ownership in Twitter after Elon takes over. That's the deal that's on the table. So if I, as a shareholder, get $54 of cash, I don't care if Elon does a better job running Twitter down the road because I have no interest. Suddenly,
one fact check on that. He said he wants to bring along as many of the shareholders as possible.
J-Cal, that's a thing he said. That's not actually in the proposal, right? So as a board member, I have to look at the proposal on the table, which is I got to take $54 of cash for my shares and give up all the upside.